All right, so here is the Gazelle Backcountry T5. This is a big tent, brand new from Gazelle, and it's pretty big. Starting off, it's about 75 pounds, and in the bag, we've taken it apart already. What is that? About 60 inches?
About 60 inches.
Give or take. Let's see. You could pack it tighter, but I think about 22 inches at the widest. And so it comes with this guy here, little big carrying strap. And then we have 3 cinches on the bag. This is just the bag here. So just turn it over, open the cinches, and you'll see this pocket here. This pocket's got your tent stakes, and these got the higher quality tent stakes. So those are in there. Right, buddy? All right. So we're gonna grab all the cinches, open those up.
Grab this one, Bowie. Come here.
We'll have Mom
Grab that one.
show us see how easy this is for the boy. There we go.
Good job.
All right, so we're gonna release all the cinches.
Pull. Good job.
Open the bag up a little bit.
All right, come here. Find the zipper.
And we're gonna look for that zipper. So it's got a zipper that goes from here all the way down to this here. And we're gonna pull that to expose 2 things. We got the Rainfly here, which has 2 poles already inserted. These were like that when we actually got them. It does feel like they can come out, but for now, we'll just kind of set that off and let it fly with the wind that just all of a sudden picked up for no reason. Jasper, come sit on that. Get on it.
Can you sit on it, Bubs?
Yeah, the wind that just literally came out of nowhere.
All right, stay
Hasn't
right
been
there.
windy the whole time. All right, so next, I'm gonna let my wife do some of this because she's lighter. So she's just gonna drag it out. And I'm just gonna pull this other side. Now remember, this is 70 some pounds, so this is not a small tent. This is a 5-person, 4-season tent from Gazelle.
That's it. One strap in the middle.
1 strap. And then we're just gonna pull these over, expose the whole tent. So we have these sides here. As you can see, they got a nice pull tab on them.
Where's Bubby?
Yeah, where's Bubby? I think he's under the Rainfly. So we're gonna grab this handle here, and we're just gonna pull. There you go. You got one side popped out. We're gonna go to the next.
Hang on.
All right. Let's go. I'll hold this up for Mom. And she just has to go in and give it a good
watch
pull.
out.
Oh, hold on, buddy. Watch out. You got to set it up first. There we go. All right, gonna give it a pull. There we go. Got that side popped out. And she'll grab this end and I'll grab this end. And we'll pull on a count of 3. 3, apparently.
Sorry.
It's all right. All right, so
Okay, so it's open.
we're gonna stretch this tent out a little bit. Get everything kind of pulled out. Looks like everything's good. And when you're putting on the Rainfly, so here's the front door, by the way. And we gotta stretch these outside points out. There you go. Good enough for now. And you'll see it's kind of still collapsed, and that's what we want, because when we put on the Rainfly, it's good to have it collapsed. So we're gonna grab that.
Oh, ow.
Stab my wife.
Stabbed.
All right, and we're gonna throw it over the top. The sticks kind of help with that because you can kind of go a little higher with the sticks. So the Gazelle should be up front. So we got to rotate it a bit.
Like that?
Yep, and then what I briefly read in the instructions, as then I looked at a picture of this. Let me get you off of here.
I think I did that right. I'm assuming
This
they
goes
just
right
go in,
in
the
here,
poles.
yep. So you got these that are already in, and they just pop right into the hole here. And we go and do that all the way around.
Into the pole, right?
Yep. So, boom, popped in. We got this one on.
I already got the front two on.
So, it's all good all the way around. And then we're going to go on the inside. Look at that. He took his shoes off when he got in the tent.
He's got his socks on.
Wow. All right. Now we're in the tent, and you see how it's bowed in. So she's going to just push up.
Oh, God.
And pop. That's it. So we're standing up straight right now, and you can see here when you do pull this this tab, the hub here, you do have to open these little tabs here for the basket.
Come on, Papa. You want to
But
take
look
your
at
sweater
that.
off?
So here is the inside. We got your two windows,
Oh.
door.
No. Okay, hang on.
It's a pretty heavy feeling
Arms
hub
up.
here. So look at that. Everything looks like it was seam
We're gonna
sealed
leave our
really
shirt
well.
on.
You can actually see the line from the seam seal here. You can see everything looks really good. I haven't seen any defects. I think this is like a side pocket, and you can enter in from both sides. You have your hubs here, and notice how these hubs, the way they look, they got a little felt pad here, and they Velcro in. But notice how you don't have a hole. No hole on these hubs. Let me show you on another one here. No hole. Now, if you remember the old Gazelles, they did have a hole. And look under here, we got an electrical cord zipper. We have our
Take it off.
Velcro duct for running in like a diesel heater. And we have all these ceiling windows that help give it this light here. Now this is a bathtub style, so we do have Velcro floor that pulls. Now this is pretty hard to pull apart, which is good. And I'm not even going to do any more of it. Got your little pockets here. Pockets down there.
Perfect for holding
Pockets here.
clothes.
Yep. And now look at this. We got a kid that's, look at him. He's tatted up. Say, "Ugh, I'm tough. Tough. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, look at that. So we got some folded clothes in there already. Perfect. Now, the best part about this tent, in my opinion,
Sorry,
is going to
it's
be the
definitely
door.
stuffed on.
So, if you notice, see this door here? Let me show you what the old Gazelle style doors look like. I don't know if you could see it in this light here. Let me see if I can. Yeah, it looks like you can. So, my wife's going to come from the other side. And she's going to open this door and kind of show you why I'm not a big fan of the old style Gazelle tent doors.
Open this door. What door?
So this is the
There's a
back
door
door.
there?
Yeah, so this is the back door. This is her first time seeing it too, by the way. So you can see the zipper here, goes across. And we have that triangular Gazelle door that we're always so used to. Now, this is what I don't like about it.
Scared me.
Jasper, come here. Come
Can
on.
you get out?
Get out. Show me how you get out. This is what I don't like about it. And he is perfect for that. Now, granted, this is my toddler, but anytime we're carrying stuff inside, First thing I'm gonna do is kick that. I have to raise my knee up pretty good to get on the inside, on top of carrying all the gear. So let's watch Mom go in. Yeah.
Your hammer? No, that's your.
Yeah,
That's
so
the
let's
camera.
watch Mom go in and see if we can get. So you can see how she kind of had to bend over, go sideways. Now let's go to the other side of the tent here
Wait, back up, Bubby, back up.
and see if Mom can come through this one, how easy that is. Yeah, it's easy.
I'm gonna have to duck a little bit.
Look at that. So that's not bad at all.
It is you,
And that's what
Bubby.
we like. So this got a screen door. You have your main door here. And then we have a separated screen door.
Oh no, your shoe. Can we put your shirt back on?
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's the whole outside of the tent
Shoe
here.
on. All right, let's go into the tent.
So this is
and get
not
your
staked
shirt.
down, so like don't expect too much, but let's get this pulled down here. And you actually have a zipper right there that goes to a separate vestibule that you can actually buy online. And here you can see kind of the pictures of it there. It's pretty nice. It's not really something that we would really need, but maybe in the future. So there you have your little tabs with the hooks, and those go right down here into the eyelets. Nice and tight, and they kind of have that all the way around. Doing a voiceover because my wife is getting my son's shirt on. So, all right, you got one there, and boom, got one right here. I really love that each one of these pullouts have like a nice sturdy handle you can grab onto as well. The Rainfly's got these nice grommets that you can really get onto and have some extra strength tying these down. Like right there, you got another tie down point for the Rainfly. Here's some more, the grommets there. And hey, look at that. He's got a shirt on now. So yeah, it's really cool. You got some tie downs there on the front, two points for the door, all to help with this wind. It's supposed to be a 4-season tent, so really like having these hooks there. Super easy to pop on. Any one of us could do it with really no issue. And here's the outside. That's the vent for air conditioning or diesel heater. And then you have these foot pads here. These are on every corner point, I guess, on there. They're really nice foot pads. At the plastic bottoms, really sturdy, and you can just stab their tent stakes right through them and not worry too much. So absolutely beautiful. All right, and here we are inside the tent, and just wanted to show you, see it kind of bunches there. We got a hole there for a tent pole and a hole there on that side for a tent pole. So there are a couple of poles sitting inside the bag yet, and I haven't really grabbed them, haven't really done anything with them. She's going to give me the smallest one they have because I'm assuming that this is to brace that front door. So get back in here, and we're going to try and get this in. All right, so we're going to get our first pole here, pull a little tab. There's that one. And we're going to stretch this out a little. Is there a shorter one?
Nope.
I think this is it.
Yep. I think you're supposed to do these ones first.
Is that our door?
The long ones go in the door. According to my reading, the long ones go in the door.
Okay. All right, I'm following. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Then you gotta find the two pockets. Oh God, I'm not gonna be able to do it. But there's two pockets.
All
One
right.
here,
You trade with me.
one down here.
You hold this, and I will.
You definitely have a finger in there.
Thanks, buddy.
Watch out, Bubs.
I think we got to stretch this out a little more.
So it'll go in this pocket here.
I think I've seen this before on some other tents, and they had them disconnected first. So let's just put that in there.
Oh, maybe, yeah, that might help. Yep, right in there.
Yep, and then we're gonna just pop these in together. There we go.
I
Wasn't as bad
definitely
as-
got a shot of Bubby. Oh, nope. Mom's recording, Bubby.
Velcro that in and bing, bang, boom. So we got one side in.
And that, look at how straight that door is now on this side.
Yeah. Now, this one has very little give. So the way that this
But I don't know if is that the shortest one?
that might be the floor one.
Hang on. Let me see if there's a shorter one.
I think this might be the floor one.
I can grab the other.
See, this is why we don't read instructions, so we can figure it out on our own.
Bobby!
There's got to be one in there somewheres.
This is the other long one.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll take that.
What's the other side of the door?
Whoa, what are you doing? All right, so we got the other one. We'll put that in right up here. So you see this tab, you're just gonna pull this tab, stick that in. Let go, Bubba. Like that. Yep, and then we're gonna, let me see the other side. Yep, we're gonna pop it in over here behind.
That's it.
Let go.
There's
Can
no
you let
other
go?
poles.
Thank you. Mama's gonna open the door here and pop it in the bottom.
Mom, I got it.
There we go. And now we're gonna step out. Let's see here.
Okay. Mama, grab
Give me just a second, Bubs.
it. Okay.
We're gonna pull that out. Everything's really, really stiff in a good way because of its strength. You can really feel it. All right, watch out, bub.
Step out.
All right, we're gonna spread this open a little. You pull that side, Mom. There we go. So you can see the Velcro here going around the bottom, which is really nice.
You can undo that.
I think these are supposed to grab each corner like it was.
Yeah.
That's why there's the watcher step here. And then this folds down when we put, like add a vestibule. So, can I see that? Yeah. Thanks. We're gonna try this again. We figured it out. You have this side here that inserts. And then this side actually has a Velcro pull. So you just pull that. And it's got like a little,
Get help. Get
hard to see without no light in here, but
help.
We'll go to the house in just a minute.
pops right in there. In there. It's actually more simple than it looks. I just, again, we didn't read the directions. We didn't do any of that. So we were trying to figure this out on our own. So, yeah, I mean, and look at this. I mean, I love the inside of this tent. You could see everything's well built. The windows look great. They can be rolled up really easily. One of the coolest tents I've had. You have your nice little sky view, your roof basket. Let's take a step. Look at that. There's the reason I'm doing a voiceover, the car there. Look at that. You got your watcher step there. They wanted to make sure because that lip does pop out a bit. Get a nice 360-ish view of this. And here's a close-up of those outer hubs. You can see there's no holes for bugs to get in. Look at the sewing, the stitching, the fabric. Really nice quality tent. And you're going to see here, I'm going to pull back this little Rainfly area there, and there's Velcro. So this screen actually Velcros in to the inside. And what that actually allows you to do is you can either take that screen out, or you could put a clear plastic window that they include. Just takes the Velcro up here at the top, and you pull it down. Boom, pops that whole thing off. And you could take that whole screen off and then install this plastic window, which will let the light in, but it'll keep you insulated for like winter, stuff like that. So you can keep the cold out and keep your heat in. And right there, she's showing you she's got Velcro on both sides there, all the way down the side and all the way down the other side here. So you would just match that up in the corner. And first time us doing this, it was a little tricky. We didn't have, like I said, the tent staked out or anything, so I think this window wasn't exactly the dimensions it should have been, if that makes sense. And so maybe starting it inside is okay, but it was much better like finishing it on the outside. And you'll see I'll kind of come out on the outside and help put this on. But it's not super hard. You see how she's just kind of throwing it in there. And I'm sure it would take a couple minutes or something to do each one if we had wanted to. But you'd only need to do a couple of these at a time, right? If you just needed a little bit of light in, you could do these to the front windows. You could do them to, you know, all of them if you wanted to. But here, I'll come around out on the outside. You can see it's pretty much already installed. You can see it's just overlapping that Velcro a little bit. And I think that's just because of how we had the tent. So she pops out that little bit for me. Jasper helps with his wrench. And I'm having her pull up on the top a little bit just because I'm one-handed doing this. And I'm just popping it on as I go. Tuck it in. And you can see, I think it kind of is better if you start with a corner first and then tuck it in as you go. But yeah, that's a real basic way to start. And it's just kind of just to show you for the video. You can see there she's kind of trying to Velcro it in there. And it's really not that hard. Again, this is our first time ever trying this. So it's one of those things that we'll get as we do it. We kind of get more more experience, get better at it, but not bad. So that's what it looks like here when it's all zipped up versus your screen. It's kind of a size reference. Wife is 5'9", 5'6", and she's got a good amount of space in here. She's got good head space, plenty of feet space. This could do 2, 3, 4 people easily with gear. Comfortably, yeah. Bubby, you want to lay down next to Mom? Yep, put his wrenches down. What do we got? Look at that. So you could fit probably 20 of him in here, right? What do you think, 20? There's a truck. Yeah, we got trucks. Yeah. You're so silly. Yeah, you're funny.
Can you help Mama get up?
All right. All right, and now we're going to pull this down so we can take the Rainfly off. So we're going to give it a nice pull. Yep. All right, we're going to let that go, and we're going to come back out here, and we're going to pull the sticks. So, pop.
I gotta pull the stakes out from the door.
No, we're not taking it down just yet.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're just going to pull these out. Yep, super easy. And this is just so that we can see what it looks like without the Rainfly on the inside. So, pulling them out. All right, then we're going to pull it off. All right, so you have the outside here, and we're going to go back in and pop it back up. All right. All right, we're going to pop it back up now. Boom. All good. We'll pop these windows open. Just a zip. And you have to zip that down all the way. These are very heavy duty zippers. So you can pull them all down really easily. All right, let's get a good look on the inside again. You have your sky view here. Watch the stars. Look at all the pockets. Each one of these windows can be actually rolled up. They have a place for them to sit rolled up. We just don't feel like it. And then you got the outside here. Nice color. I really like this color. Material's really heavy duty. So far, I'm like loving this. I'm not seeing a whole lot of weather issues. Obviously, with any tent that doesn't have a full Rainfly, you'd be looking at your doors. But these have a pretty good overhang, so I think they'll be okay. What do you think?
The only complaint I have so far
Only complaint you have so far?
is the ties for the doors not being finished.
Yeah,
There's no
they do kind of
seam.
just look like a ribbon, huh?
There's no seam across the bottom to tack that in, and you would have to burn the thread where it ends. As you
Yeah.
can see, this thread is not connected to anything. Or
Yeah,
on the
trouble
other side.
focusing here. Yeah, might not be able to see it focus, but
So that would
There
probably
we go.
come undone
That's better.
after.
you can see it's got some threading and stuff. But for just the ribbon, it's not a huge deal. That's not like a... She's putting on my mic back. There you go. Yeah, for the ribbon, that's not really a big deal. On the inside, do you see anything on the inside that you would say you don't like or a defect? I've looked around. I don't really see anything. I do see a small pinhole right here. You can kind of see it. You can kind of see it right there. Right here. So I do see that. Yeah, and that's not a huge concern, honestly. I think in some of the fabric here, you can kind of see some really light holes where the light kind of gets in. Like this right here. But I've never honestly looked at any tent this hard. I don't think, have you? I don't think we've ever looked at any of our tents this hard. I'm sure we could find defects in all of our tents if we looked hard enough. So, like I said, I do like that the hubs.
But they do have a waterproof lining on all of the seams.
Yeah, you could definitely seal that. It's all seam sealed all the way through, which is great. You can see the seam sealing all around down here on the bottom where the rain does come in. So, I mean, all in all, I mean, I think this tent is great. I don't really see any issues with it. These are minor issues, like, for what I need in a tent, and like, something like this. Some people would argue, like, for spending close to $1,000, you shouldn't see this, but I don't know, I've worked in the field for products, and it's hard as a company to see things that small when you're working on such a high, high pace, fast pace. So, I don't know. That sounds really biased maybe, but this is my first Gazelle, so, I mean, overall, I think the quality is great. This thing looks tough, feels tough. I mean, I didn't even need to put these in for the doors to work. They're just kind of extra strength to keep it nice and perked up, and I don't know, this is great. Really impressed. For a 5-person, 4-season tent that you can use at any point in the year. I think it's got enough ventilation to be okay in the summer. We're going to use it either way because we spent $1,000 on it, and this is not sponsored, not paid. We paid for this ourselves. We don't have any bias towards Gazelle. Like I said, this is our first one, so I don't see any issues with this. Now, I love that Gazelle has sealed these hubs. Originally, I was looking at ways to get around that, like throwing washers in, but now they have these sealed on the T5 with some nice handles, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. So, yeah, I'm happy. Happy camper for sure. So here's the top hub tent pole there. You can kind of see how it protrudes through. That's what you attach the Rainfly on. And it goes across the whole top in a crisscross with multiple tent poles. None of these you have to actually take out. They all just pop in. This is just another inside view without the Rainfly on. I mean, it really is a beautiful tent. All right, and now with the Rainfly back on but detached, you can see here that all those poles are out. We're gonna come in, we're gonna take it down. Let's see how fast we can do it. You're gonna come in, pop that in when she gets the basket in. Okay, she's gonna come back out. We just gotta pull these two here, like that. Oh yes, we do have to do the pulls for the door. Thanks for reminding me. All right, watch out. So unvelcro these. And pull. We have these in here. So he's helping us pack the tent up. And we'll see with two people here. Let's clip this, we'll clip the Rainfly down on this eyelet right here. See if that works. We're just keeping it kind of down a little so it doesn't fly away in the wind. Okay, good? And we'll try this and see if this works for putting it away. All right, so we're gonna pop this in. Yep, push, and we push. And finally, there you go. And then we just fold it all in on each other. Pick up all the legs here. Fold it down on itself. Like that. Keeping this stuff on the inside here, you can kind of see it's a big mess, but you can kind of, now we'll just roll it on into each other from the side. So we can start here and just kind of roll it up. There you go, you got a much smaller package than it was. Then we'll use this cinch strap right here and cinch it down. I know, hey, can you put those in the bag? Right here. So she's gonna grab the cinch strap, put it under. I'm just helping her pick up the tent a little bit. And hold on, Bubba. Yep, just put it through. And pull tight. Oh yeah, give her a good old, there we go. There, and just, it'll strap right to itself. Perfect. And so you only have the, oh, careful. Yeah, I would say that it'd be nice to have two cinch straps, one for the top and the bottom. But yeah, you only have the one here.
Help Mama put those away.
And we're gonna go and put it in the bag. And they have pockets on the carry bag here that we can store tent stakes. They got a nice one here for where we have most of the other tent stakes in. Then this one here. But we shoved our windows in there and they fit pretty darn good. So put that back in.
Can you put that back in there?
We're gonna put it away. Yep, put it in there. Push it like this, in. Good job. All right, now Mom is gonna see if she can hold the camera here. And let's see if we can get this in. Grab it one-handed. Stuff it in there. Just gonna tuck this in. Like that. I think that's it. Let me just zip this up. Grab our cinch strap right here. Pop that through. Get it nice and tight. Then we'll go to the next one. They like to Velcro onto each other. Nice and tight. All right, and the final one here, the third, right here. You can even roll it. Oops. And done. Just like that. You just grab your other hand strap here. And we're done. So, pretty big still. It's a beast, but this will help us through all the summers, all the winters. And this little guy's gonna be happy, but it's definitely the size of the body. Someone pulled you over with this in the back of your car. Looks like a dead body. Huh? About 5 foot, yep. I want to thank everyone for tuning into the video, my walkthrough. There will be more. This is just the first walk through this thing. We will do some camping videos here soon with the family and the FJ here. And yeah, thanks for joining Huckleberry's Outdoor Adventures, and we'll see you later.